Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you. I, Anupama, welcome you all at the English Ocean Academy and I hope you all are doing great. So, बच्चे थोड़ी जी कैमरा ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ प्रॉब्लम है इस करके मैं आज ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ नज़र नहीं आऊँगी सिर्फ क्वेश्चंस आंसर्स नज़र आएंगे ऑलराइट तो वो ਆਪਾਂ डिस्कस करांगे सो ਅੱਜ ਸਾਡੇ MCQs ਹੋਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਨੇ ਫੇਰੀ ਕੁਈਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਸਪੈਲਿੰਗਸ ਗਲਤ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਪਲੀਜ਼ forgive me for that and yes here we are हाँ जी बच्चे मास्टर केडर ਦਾ ਨਵਾਂ बैच ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕਿਆ ਹੈ ਡੈਮੋ ਲੈਕਚਰਸ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੇਖ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹੋ ਤੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ पेड बैच ज्वाइन करना चाहते हो तो जल्दी करो डोंट डिले क्योंकि हले तो असी स्टार्ट किया है ज़्यादा सिलेबस मिस ना करना ओके जी तो उस बैच दे विच वी विल बी डूइंग टॉपिक वाइज समरी थियोरी MCQs टॉपिक वाइज टेस्ट्स मॉक टेस्ट्स जो सिलेबस कंप्लीट होएगा रिविजन सैशंस होंगे एंड आई विल ऑल्सो बी प्रोवाइडिंग सम important PDFs too. हाँ जी, yes. Good evening, Mandeep, Ritu, Pooja. Good evening. चलो जी, start करते हैं आज दा question अपने. In almost how many lines? This is lines. The Faerie Queene is written. 30,000, 40,000, 35,000 or 36,000. हाँ जी, Faerie Queene पूरा किन्नियां लाइन्स दे विच अवेलेबल है फेरी क्वीन जिहड़ा कि एडमंड स्पेंसर दा बहुत ही फेमस वर्क है ओह किन्नियां लाइन्स दे विच डिवाइडेड लिखिया हुआ है 30,000 40 35,000 या 36,000 I think we have read it हाँ जी so it is written approximately in 36,000 lines ठीक है 36,000 lines how many stanzas does the poem Faerie Queene contain हाँ जी हुण आपां क्वेश्चन कर रहे हैं कि Faerie Queene किन्ने stanzas दे विच divided है 2,000 3,000 4,000 और 5,000 हाँ जी 36,000 lines है ते stanzas किन्ने हैं 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 or 5,000. So there are almost around 4,000 stanzas. Okay, almost around 4,000 stanzas. What is the genre of the Faerie Queene? Drama, allegory, satire or irony? किस कैटेगरी दे विच रखदे हां आपां द फेरी क्वीन नूं ड्रामा allegory satire or irony Yes, it is allegory. Absolutely right. It is allegory. Who searches for Queen Elizabeth with the help of 6 knights? King Arthur, King Edward, King Philip or King Charles? Who searches for Queen Elizabeth with the help of 6 knights? King Arthur, King Edward, King Philip or King Charles? Good evening, bache. Good evening. Yes, it is King Arthur, who is the hero of Faerie Queene. King Arthur. Faerie Queene is also known as dash in the poem. Elizabeth, Gloriana, Gloria or all of these. Hanji. Faerie Queene is also known as Hanji. Yes, it is Gloriana. Ji, Gloriana. Who represents Queen Elizabeth in the Faerie Queene? Gloria, Virgin Britomart, Una or Cleo? Who represents Queen Elizabeth? नाम इनकम्प्लीट रह गया ग्लोरियाना वर्जिन ब्रीटोमार्ट ऊना और क्लियो Yes, it is Gloriana. Very right. It is Gloriana. Chalo ji. Who is the hero of book 1 in the Faerie Queene? Sir Gawain, Sir Artigal, Sir Campbell or Red Cross Knight? Book 1 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਹੜਾ knight appear ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ Faerie Queene ਦੇ? Who is the hero of book 1? Sir Gawain, Sir Artigal, Sir Campbell or Red Cross Knight? Yes, it is Red Cross Knight. Very right. How many books were originally planned to form the work The Faerie Queene? 19, 16, 12 or 24? How many books were originally planned to form the work The Faerie Queene? Yes. Plan कितने सी total? 24 books. ठीक है? 24 books plan कितने सी Spenser ने, पर only 6 he completed and 7th is incomplete. Out of the original plan of 24 books, The Faerie Queene, how many could Spenser complete? मैं हुणे थोनू आंसर ही दस दिता. हाँ जी, out of the original 24 books, The Faerie Queene, how many could Spenser complete? Yes, he could complete only 6 books, right? 6 books complete कर पाया सी. To whom did Edmund Spenser dedicate his epic The Faerie Queene? Philip Sidney, Queen Elizabeth, Elizabeth Boyle or Lady Penelope? To whom did Spenser dedicate his epic poem The Faerie Queene? Again, ये भी बहुत easy answer है. किन्हों dedicate कीती सी? Yes, Queen Elizabeth ਨੂੰ. किने क्या Philip Sidney ਨੂੰ dedicate कीती सी? किने क्या Philip Sidney ਨੂੰ dedicate कीती सी? क्वीन एलिजाबेथ ਨੂੰ नहीं कीती सी? हाँ जी. Who was the leader of the Protestant Reformation? Queen Elizabeth, Martin Luther, Jack Calvin or Philip II? Who was the leader of the Protestant Reformation? Queen Elizabeth, Martin Luther, Jack Calvin or Philip II? हाँ जी, Protestant Reformation the leader sige Martin Luther. Okay. Sir Thomas Watt took subject matter from dash sonnets. Shakespearean, Petrarchan, Miltonic or Keatsian? Sir Thomas Watt took subject matter from dash sonnets. Shakespearean, Petrarchan, Miltonic or Keatsian? Yes. Petrarchan sonnets तो inspired sige Thomas Watt. Dash is also called fathers of English sonnet. Petrarch, Shakespeare and Petrarch, Earl of Surrey and Thomas Watt or Sidney and Spenser. Dash is also called fathers of English sonnet. Petrarch, Shakespeare and Petrarch, Earl of Surrey and Thomas Watt, Sidney and Spenser. Okay, no problem, Mandeep. Yes, that is Earl of Surrey and Thomas Watt. What virtue does Sir Gawain represent? Humility, chastity, temperance or friendship? Sir Gawain केड़ा virtue represent कर रहे हैं? Humility, chastity, temperance or friendship? हाँ जी. Yes, absolutely right. He represents temperance. Temperance means self-control, right? He is the hero of book 2. He is the hero of book 2. In which book of the Faerie Queene you find Sir Artigal who stands for justice? Book 4, book 3, book 5 or book 6? In which book of Faerie Queene you find Sir Artigal who stands for justice? Book 4, book 3, book 5 or book 6? Yes, Sir Artigal is the hero of book 5. Book 4 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ Campbell and Trimond ਨੇ. Which out of these categories or conditions of the state are not satirized in view of the state of Ireland? हाँ जी, इन्हां चों केड़ी चीज़ criticize, satirize नहीं कीती है view of the state of Ireland ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ? Laws, life, customs or religion? Which out of these categories or conditions of the state are not satirized? Yes, the odd one out is life. Laws hai, customs hai, religion hai. Which virtue is represented by Sir Article in the Faerie Queene? Temperance, courtesy, justice, or chastity? Which virtue is represented by Sir Article in the Faerie Queene? Justice. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋਗੇ ਆਰਟੀਕਲ ਜਸਟਿਸ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਏਗਾ ਗੱਲ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਇਦਾਂ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਜਸਟਿਸ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਜਜਮੈਂਟ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਪਾਸ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਏਗੀ ਗੱਲ ਸੁਣਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਸੋ ਇਦਾਂ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖਾਂਗੇ ਆਰਟੀਕਲ is related to justice. Which virtue is depicted by Red Cross Knight in the Faerie Queene? Friendship, courtesy, temperance, or holiness? Red Cross Knight ने केड़ा virtue depict किया है? Friendship, courtesy, temperance, or holiness? Yes, he depicts holiness. Right. Around which night Book 3 resolves? Article, Britomart, Sir Gawain, or King Arthur? Around which night Book 3 revolves? Very right, Mandeep. Cross, Jesus Christ the cross ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ holy ਮੰਨਦੇ ਆ pure ਮੰਨਦੇ ਆ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ yes book 3 revolves around Britomart ठीक है Britomart Sir Gawain is book 2 बच्चे Sir Gawain is book 2 right the figure of the warrior virgin in Spenser's The Faerie Queene is represented by the character Gloriana Britomart, Cynthia, or Duessa? Who is the warrior virgin in the Faerie Queene? Gloriana, Britomart, Cynthia, or Duessa? Absolutely right. It is Britomart. Very right. Which of these muse is not invoked by Spenser in the Faerie Queene? Which of these muse is not invoked by Spenser in the Faerie Queene? Cleo, Cupid, Urania, or Venus? Which of these muse is not invoked by Spenser in the Faerie Queene? Yes, the odd one out is Urania. In which book the cantos of mutability are added? Book 1, Book 2, Book 5, or Book 7? In which book the two cantos of mutability are added? Very right. It is added in Book 7. Right. Who wrote the introductory sonnet to Spenser's Faerie Queene? Spenser himself, Leicester, Sir Philip Sidney, or Sir Walter Raleigh? Who wrote the introductory sonnet to Spenser's Faerie Queene? Yes, Sir Walter Raleigh. Very right. Where is the letter in the Faerie Queene included which Spenser wrote to Walter Raleigh? ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਲੈਟਰ ਵਾਲਟਰ ਰੈਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਸੀ ਸਪੈਂਸਰ ਨੇ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਨਕਲੂਡ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਸਪੈਂਸਰ ਨੇ ਪ੍ਰੀਫੇਸ ਮਿਡਲ book 3 or book 6 where is the letter in the Faerie Queene included which Spenser wrote to Walter Raleigh? Yes, it was included in the preface, right? Who wrote the introductory sonnet to Spenser's Faerie Queene? Introductory sonnet ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਸਪੈਂਸਰ ਦੇ ਫੇਰੀ ਕੁਈਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਿਸਨੇ ਲਿਖੀ ਸੀ ਸਪੈਂਸਰ himself, Leicester, Philip Sidney, or Walter Raleigh? Introductory sonnet किसने लिखी सी Spenser himself, Leicester, Sir Philip Sidney? हाँ जी खुद स्पेंसर ने लिखी सी right the Faerie Queene written by Spenser is based on Virgil's Aeneid, Aristo's Orlando Furioso, Homer's Odyssey, or Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales. The Faerie Queene written by Spenser is based on Virgil's Aeneid, Aristo's Orlando Furioso, Homer's Odyssey, based on the मतलब हो गया बच्चे source, ठीक है? And I have told you many times the sources Aristo's Orlando Furioso. ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਵੇਲੇ ਉਸਨੇ एनेड ਨੂੰ ਫੋਲੋ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ? In which month Spenser praises Queen Elizabeth I in the Shepherd's calendar? January, February, March, or April? In which month Spenser praises Queen Elizabeth I in the Shepherd's calendar? Yes, it's in April, right? It's in April. ਬੱਚੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਫੇਰੀ ਕੁਈਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਤੋਂ ਕਿਹਦੇ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਤੋਂ ਇਨਸਪਾਇਰ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ ਸਪੈਂਸਰ ਤਾਂ ਵਰਜਿਲ ਦੇ ਏਨੇਡ ਤੋਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ? ਲੇਕਿਨ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਬੇਸਡ ਔਨ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਬੇਸਡ ਔਨ ਮੀਨਸ ਸੋਰਸ, so the source was Aristo's Orlando Furioso. Which of these type of allegory is not included in the Faerie Queene? Historical, psychological, justice, or moral? Which of these type of allegory is not included in the Faerie Queene? Historical, psychological, justice, or moral? Yes, psychological is the odd one out, right? How many virtues did Spenser plan to write his books on? 10, 11, 12 या 13? किन्ने virtues बारे लिखन दी सोची सी स्पेंसर ने? 10, 11, 12 और 13? हाँ जी, बिल्कुल सही. He planned 12 virtues. Who called Spenser our sage and serious poet? Spenser ਨੂੰ ਹੁਣੇ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਐਪੀਥੈਟ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਦੇ ਨੋਟਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਡ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ. Spenser as our sage and serious poet. John Milton, John Donne, John Dryden या जोसेफ एडिसन? It is John Milton. ਤੇ याद रखना कित्थे जॉन मिल्टन ने एक आपदा पैम्फलेट लिखिया सी एरोपगैटिका, राइट? एरोपगैटिका दे विच. Okay, what is an eclogue? An eclogue is a long pastoral poem, an elegy, a short pastoral poem, or all of these. What is an eclogue? A long pastoral poem, an elegy, a short pastoral poem, or all of these? Yes, an eclogue is a short pastoral poem. Which of these is Spenser's masterpiece? इन्हां दे विचों Spenser दा masterpiece किसनूं कहा जांदा है? The Shepherd's Calendar, The Tear of the Muses, Epithalamion, The Faerie Queene. Which of these is Spenser's masterpiece? The Shepherd's Calendar, The Tear of the Muses, Epithalamion, or The Faerie Queene? Yes, it is The Faerie Queene. चाहे वो incomplete work रहा. How many poems are included in Spenser's poetry collection Complaints? 7, 8, 9, or 10? How many poems are included in Spenser's poetry collection Complaints? Hanji, total 9 poems, right? Complete the title of the poem: Virgil's song, nat, music, or poem. Complete the title of the poem: Virgil's song, nat, music, or poem. Hanji, it is Virgil's nat. And the last question for today. The fate of the butterfly is also known with the name The Ruins of Time, Mupotamus, या none of these. The fate of butterfly is also known with the name हाँ जी बिल्कुल सही, Mupotamus, right? हाँ जी, so this is it for today बच्चे। ਹੁਣ अगला राइटर ਤੁਸੀਂ प्रिपेयर करोगे मार्लो, ठीक है। अगला राइटर MCQs ਦੇ ਲਈ ਤੁਸੀਂ प्रिपेयर करोगे क्रिस्टोफर मार्लो। All right, this is it for today. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good